American carrying home hopes to get the second semi-final underway.
Said that Tiafoe is going to try to attack second serve, but so is Alcaraz going to attack Tiafoe's second serve, and if he throws in many 75-mile-an-hour kickers, that's not going to work out very well for Francis.
No one has won more return games over the course of the 2 weeks than Alcaraz, which is in keeping with what we've seen really over the last 12 months from the Spaniard.
I've never seen anyone hit as hard and move in between shots as well as Alcaraz, as athletically as Alcaraz does.
Alcaraz is okay.
Yes, and I think Tiafoe isn't going to enjoy the court position he was pushed back to throughout that entire rally. This backhand, it says it caught by a millimeter.
A millimeter, thankfully, is good enough. Forwards, is he?
No, Tiafoe does great stuff up at the net. He's got good instincts up there, great feel. And all tournament long, he's been hitting serves in the 130s. After his second serve was dealt with harshly, he's hit 3 first serves in the 1-teen. So he's not wanting to hit too many second serves from the look of it. But he'll probably juice one back up, and he just did at 132.
First serve percentage has been pretty low
in
this tournament.
And I'm not sure he can get away with it today against Alcaraz.
Deuce.
The thing that'll be interesting to see is who gets up to the net more often, because Tiafoe in most of his matches has been the guy getting up to the net, but so has Alcaraz.
200 times, in fact, as Alcaraz moved forwards in his 5 matches so far. Oh! About 70% of the time he does come in. A good second,
advantage,
good depth.
That was another thing Ferreira said to me, because I said, well, his second serve's been 75 miles an hour. And he said, yeah, but that's because the guy's standing way back and isn't hurting it. If you try to hurt it, he will juice up the second serve. He did it there.
A testing opening hold. But a hold it is.
First game.
Inside the world's top 20, regardless of what happens today for the first time There's a look at some numbers in terms of the duration, time that have been spent on court. Talk about the impact of Wayne Ferreira. What about the impact this man's had?
Well, he's been there from almost the beginning, so takes full credit. Ferreira sort of came in the last couple of years and really has helped shape and mold Tiafoe to get him to this point where he would be able to make a semifinal and perhaps more.
Used a lot of body serves this week, in particular against Sinner. Actually pretty effectively. He went at the body, the Italian. So again, another aspect to ponder this evening, where he does go with the serve.
He also likes the kicker out wide here in the ad.
Oh!
So we called 2 of the 3 possible serves, and he went T.
Tiafoe backhand is flat, and when he takes it early, it can penetrate through the court.
Yeah, he's been using that on second serve returns really effectively.
$15.30.
Off the inside out, and he didn't hold back on the drive volley either, did he?
I don't think I've ever seen Alcaraz hold back on sort of any shot, even at times when he seems to have an opening, his opponent's gone in the wrong direction, he can hit a winner at a normal pace, he still blasts those. Occasionally will make some unforced errors.
Oh!
$40.30.
There's the body serve you were talking about. He knew Tiafoe was going to attack, take it early, try to apply pressure. Best way to combat that is a good serve into the hip.
Game Alcaraz.
So 2 holds that
1 game all.
they went without their problems.
First set.
Shell Obama is in the house.
Yes, there were some whispers that she was going to be here.
$15 love.
quickest serve of the week, as we see Stan Smith
love.
right there. John Bon Jovi, I think, just in front of him, isn't it? 138.
Yes, it is.
Really has been a focus this year to try and make sure Tiafoe does go after the first serve. Just roll it in.
40 love.
Use the pace he has at his disposal.
I guess at 40 love, you can attempt a overhead drop shot. It's a shot that is almost never tried. And this is the result, more likely than not.
Yeah, the legs didn't want to go back there particularly quickly, did they?
No.
Let's for service.
Good response. The return had some depth, but the reply was impressive. The American early stages in front.
2 games to 1.
Wish to me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The players are waiting. Take any seat for now.
This is a hot ticket to have, no doubt.
Kind of interesting that these two players have played a similar style to get to the semifinals. They're both hitting big from the back of the court and then taking balls very early, ripping them and coming in. And it's a question of who's going to be able to do that more often, who's going to get the edge in those first couple of shots.
It's almost like a battle for court position.
Yes.
Love.
So much has been written about Francis over the last couple of days. Of course, his backstory is nothing short of remarkable, but the thing I read that I found fascinating was a piece that said he has the ability to make tennis cool. I thought that was a nice way of putting it.
Love.
There's much to work with here. This was a good depth. Alcaraz off the back foot and somehow found a piece of the line again. It's his father. Carlos, his dad in the house. He was a good player himself. Really making an impression professionally, but played to a good level.
Game Alcaraz. 2 games first set.
very early stages, obviously, just 4 games in, but second serve battle will probably be important. Who's doing better on second serves, because they're both going to have the edge on first serves. And so far, Tiafoe's 2 for 6. Alcaraz is 3 for 4.
Love.
The Blues had a big role to play. Brett Waltz, who looks after the strength and conditioning of the American. Something they've honed in on. There's the wristband. I was talking about that the other day. There's a lot of rest in that shot, isn't there? He's found the width to go with it.
30
In the early days, they looked at the forehand and maybe were a little concerned, Jimmy, but is it going to hold up? I mean, the way that it's produced is a little unorthodox.
It has a strange hitch to the backswing that you would think takes a little extra time, and maybe if you rushed to that side, if you created enough pace, that it would possibly break down, but it does a pretty good job of shortening it up when the ball comes fast.
And I think he always trusted it. There were some coaches maybe in the past who looked at it and thought, you know what, I'm not sure that's going to work, but he's made it.
But I do think if Tiafoe gets very nervous at some point in the match, that's the side that you'll see it on. He'll either miss hit or a couple of errors will come normally off that forehand wing. Hasn't happened, obviously, this whole tournament. He hasn't lost a tie break yet. He's played the big points well.
$40-15.
The focus on the wristband, I can tell you, is because he wore one in the quarterfinal that said, "Believe, why not me?" That was emblazoned on the wristband. It was given to him actually by the Lakers assistant coach, Phil Handy. Another good hold. And that's the American that maintains his early lead here.
Leads by 3 games to 2.
It's been a long drought, as we know, for the American men. A fair few have had their say, this younger generation. Been some pretty good players around the last 20 years, Jimmy. Not been too many opportunities around.
Andy Roddick, you thought when he won this title in 2003, he's going to have 6, 8, 10. Federer showed up, that took a little bit from him, then Nadal, then Djokovic, Murray.
There's a few players, as you just mentioned, who have enjoyed winning a lot.
Yes, they have.
And haven't got tired of it either.
Shockingly, no. And it's one of the things that I actually am somewhat disappointed in some ways, that I want these guys to, and Tiafoe did beat Nadal, to be frank, but I want the young generation to. That looked like it might have missed. But obviously I'm wrong again.
15.
Whereas the Rocky Moore. Chair.
Right, dead smack on the line.
Isn't it?
Well, what makes it remarkable to me is the pace he hits the approach. combined with the pace that he gets to net. So normally if you hit an approach shot at 90 miles an hour, you can only get a couple of steps, but somehow he's able to hit a 90-mile-an-hour shot and still get up to the net. It's amazing to watch.
And so rarely does he get a volley below the height of the net, Jimmy.
Now, the only thing I would say is he crashes into the net. So if you could lob off a ball that's 100 miles an hour, I think you might catch him a few times because it's all going forward when he's hit that approach. There's very little hint of a split step.
Alcaraz.
He has painted a few lines already, hasn't he, in his opening 24 minutes.
3 games all first set.
Yeah, we've seen a number of these close calls, and they all have gone so far Alcaraz's way.
Hanging in that situation because he will gobble it up.
Yeah, this is the stat that's in the end will be important. Alcaraz so far hasn't hit many second serves. He's getting a lot of first serves in, but Francis all tournament long hasn't served at a great percentage, and if he doesn't, he's going to have to be winning second serve points against, as you mentioned, the man who's breaking serve more than anybody. So this is what Tiafoe has done all tournament long that I haven't seen from him, and that is miss a couple of shots and immediately goes to his towel, sort of regroups. He used to miss 4 or 5 shots and lose a game. He has done a much better job of sort of holding it to just a couple of points here and there.
First ace.
15-30.
An important time.
Oh.
If Tiafoe's going to lose the backhand-to-backhand pattern, it's hard to see how
Thank you.
First break points of the evening for the 19-year-old.
It's
with a deep position, you can expose the wide serve if you can get it short enough. As Tiafoe did there.
Alcaraz pretty far back again, so it might be kicker wide or hard flat wide.
Missed by a considerable distance.
Should have gone with the kicker. a 70. It's amazing how often he gets away with a very slow second serve. 77 miles an hour in players. Rublev was missing a whole bunch of those. We just saw from Alcaraz at a big moment.
Yeah, there aren't many players on the tour who have a greater disparity between the pace of the first and the second, are there?
138 to 70, you're right.
Let's second service. Advantage, Tiafoe.
His way through some trouble. It's 4-3.
New balls, please.
A tough question.
Love 15.
Alcaraz for once has just gone the wrong side of the line.
And this is one of the things Tiafoe does pretty well. He took the pace off that ball and did that little extra side spin. And you know, he's somewhat imposing up at the net, Tiafoe. And maybe that helps Alcaraz feel the need to cut it that close.
15-0.
A slightly bigger surge from the Spaniard for the first time this evening.
And maybe it's a mistake, because now second time he's got a second serve to deal with. Good second. 103 at the body really kept Tiafoe from attacking at all. You have
40-15.
No chance with Alcaraz if you just leave the ball. Just a rally ball that's a little short. He's on that so fast. There's such constant pressure on you playing Alcaraz. With the combination of the power he's hitting the ground strokes with and his court positioning.
Game, Alcaraz.
The 4 points lost in his 4 holes thus far. Clever return that was. Maybe approaching an uncomfortable one, especially off that forehand side.
15 all.
Big tennis fan herself, of course, Michelle Obama.
Oh!
Sensational. His balance,
15,
his ability
30.
to control that volley was mightily impressive.
And again, this is the approach and almost no split step at all. It's running in, and then he had to dig in his left foot just because that was the only way to dive for the volley or to push off the way he did. But he gets in very close.
Oh!
Because of that, you see him just flying across the court. Pressure again on Tiafoe's serve.
For us mere mortals, that's always nice to see.
And what happened here? I know the court has had some skiddy areas. But Alcaraz set up and the ball wasn't anywhere near where he was setting up. Tiafoe is hanging on, but it's just more than his fingernails, but it's pressure on virtually every service game, it seems, for Tiafoe.
He stays ahead. He's a game away from the first.
Tiafoe leads by 5 games to 4.
He lost the one set, remember, in his 5 wins in New York to this point.
This would be sort of, if he found a way to break serve or pressure even Alcaraz's serve in this game, it would be kind of stealing a set for Tiafoe. As he hasn't been the better player to this point, but he finds himself a game away.
Love 15.
Inside in forehand. If a player guesses right and is there, like Francis was, you're in a little bit of trouble. But Francis mishit. That was an opportunity, no question. That was out by a foot, wasn't it? I think the machine malfunctioned because it was pawing. It went back and forth so quickly.
30-15.
Wow, this has been caffeine.
Who is in charge of that machine now?
Thank you.
Millimeter from big double break point. Instead, it's 30-all. Still some pressure on the Alcaraz serve.
Please.
Wasn't it, on the ball?
Yeah, and again, when you have this shot and you see Alcaraz start running around the backhand and loading up, getting ready to hit the forehand, you know you're sort of at his mercy. You can guess and maybe stay in there for a minute more.
Let for service.
Alcaraz. Well, a minor wobble, but Alcaraz stays strong.
5 games on. First serve.
Never, of course, in the history of the game has there been a teenage world #1. Only 48 hours away from that. The youngest being Leighton Hewitt. He's 20 years of age when he ascended to the top of the world rankings.
Alcaraz has gotten Tiafoe once that I remember on a drop shot, and he uses the drop shot really well, partly because when he has that forehand and he starts loading up and moving forward, you naturally back up. But Tiafoe is a guy that doesn't back up a whole lot. So drop shot might be more difficult in this match for Alcaraz.
Bold second delivery.
30-love.
Without harbouring the point, the first serve percentage is worryingly low at the moment.
Yeah, he still managed to hold serve every time. That is an impressive feat.
Oh! Surely the biggest forehand of the evening, piercing the defences
40-love
of the Spaniard, 102 miles an hour.
Yeah, that looked a lot like an Alcaraz forehand, didn't it? As far as just pure pace, was able to beat Alcaraz.
Oh! racing hold of the set. It's a set that is a game away from the breaker.
Tiafoe leads by 6 games to 5.
Some instruction coming from the corner of the Spaniard, Juan Carlos Ferrero, one of 3 Spanish players to have reached the world #1 ranking. This, of course, being Moya and Nadal.
$15 love. $30 love.
So composed. A hint of panic behind that particular shot. Always enjoyed that part of the sport.
$15.
Extracted the error. And he has stoked the fires
30-40
on the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Set point.
Thank you.
For the American.
Serve, because as I said earlier, the Tiafoe forehand is the one that can possibly break down a little bit under pressure because it does have those extra movements, especially on a return to serve. For instance, his backhand return was excellent.
Please.
Would you like to have seen him just chip that one back into play, Jimmy? I mean, it's so easy from here, always. But
yes, and obviously now that he missed it, yeah, let's rather see you put the ball in play.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
He has made the first serve this evening. He's only lost a point on 4 occasions. but seeing really is believing. Pandemonium inside Ash. I think every single person that can get to their feet is on their feet.
I mean, that was the chip return you asked for, by the way, Nick. It was handling pressure. Tremendous racket work from Francis, and then almost felt as though he was trying to say, let me see how fast you are. He had a couple of looks there where he could have done a little more, Francis. I think most players wouldn't be able to get to that ball, much less hit the winner, and Tiafoe gonna hand it to him.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's willing to, my hat's off.
Guess that's the only way you can react, right?
Yes.
He's been pretty good in the breakers this year. As Jimmy said, 6-0 in tie breaks. Just to give you a bit of context very quickly, in terms of most breakers won without a loss at the US Open, Sampras, the only guy to have done it better. He won 7-0 back in 2000, and he was a runner-up here.
Hopefully Francis doesn't even know or thinking about the fact that he's 6-0. He's just playing this next point.
Let for service. Please.
Such a well-struck approach, wasn't it? Committed to it so well.
1-0.
And then the close. He's on top of the net for the first volley. That's the combination that's terrifying if you're his opponent.
Tiafoe.
Second double of the set. Needs a little bit of early initiative in the breaker for the American.
Oh!
3-1, Tiafoe.
There's that second serve again, 77, but it's short. It gets up high. And Alcaraz with another error on a big point.
4-1, Tiafoe.
Feeling at Mark Ine in the background there. The man, of course, who owns the Washington Castles for many years. France is part of that setup. Now looks after the City Open in DC. France's hometown.
Tiafoe.
No doubt, Tiafoe would have signed for this at the change of ends. Confirmation of what we were talking about. Does it feel like a bigger first set for him to win in the big picture tonight?
I mean, yes, just because deep down you feel as though Alcaraz, the way he's played this year, is the favorite coming in. So obviously if you have this bit of a lead and you don't convert that set, it's not going to feel great for Tiafoe.
I guess, Jimmy, of engaging the crowd even further, getting them up again.
All of those things are important for Tiafoe. But I don't think he's being outmatched at the moment, and I think physically he can last the full 5 sets, so it's not imperative he wins this set.
Valuable array in these situations.
Tiafoe.
Gold dust.
It's amazing how all tournament long, his first serve percentage hasn't been great, but it's been good in tie breaks. And I knew when I said that that would be the end of that first serve, unfortunately. Ooh.
6-3, Tiafoe.
Work in the crowd. He'd love to get this tie break in the next 2 points and not have to serve at 6-5 against such a dangerous returner.
Tiafoe.
Excellent defense from Alcaraz there. When he got run to the forehand, he threw it up with plenty of height and gave himself time to get back. Tiafoe rushed because he recognized he didn't have the edge any longer in the rally.
Tiafoe.
Massive first serve needed for Tiafoe here.
Just 1 point on by the returner, I think, in the breakup.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
1 set point left.
Oh.
You've got to hand it to this kid, haven't you? Yes, the ball may have been a little short, but again, there was no second guessing himself.
No, I actually credit Tiafoe hanging in that point because there was a couple of very deep shots early in the rally, and Tiafoe fought them off. But you sense Tiafoe had to make a first serve on that 6-5. The way this set has gone with the set points that Tiafoe's had, even before we got to the tiebreak and then in the tiebreak again now, another massively important first serve for Tiafoe to get out of this point and have another set point opportunity.
Oh.
Interesting little graphic we just saw as well. Anything going over 9 shots, he's heavily favouring the Spaniard at the moment. That was one that had a bit of bite to it.
And that might be something he needs to utilize a little bit, because that's the first time Alcaraz sort of hit a shot not dead center of the racket. Mix that in. 5th set point.
Oh!
Please.
But what a big set it could be for France's Tiafoe. 64 minutes in the making. The Americans in front.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So the
Take your
dust
seats
settling
quickly, please.
after
Second set.
an engrossing opening set.
Alcaraz to serve.
Crowd getting what they wanted. Alcaraz need a response.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the players are ready.
Understandable that a few people might just have been caught out because that was a lengthy break from the 6-5 game. Of course, the last time the fans were led back in.
The crowd is exhausted from standing and cheering.
15 love. Let second service.
That was a shank.
30 love.
Second serve. Which means rhythm was completely off. He's just lucky that it sort of shanked with a funny spin on it that allowed it to drop in.
Love.
Hasn't played an actual season where he hasn't won a set. He's almost been involved in every single match he's played this year. Alcaraz, win or lose.
Game Alcaraz.
Love hold.
First game, second set.
Perfect way to put the disappointment behind it. Has he not done a good enough job of attacking the second serve? If not, why not, Jimmy? Is that we talked about France's second serve? It feels like it's had quite a lot of variation tonight, but at the moment he's not been able to make much of an impact behind the American second.
He hasn't, and I think it's an interesting second serve because when Francis hits the 70, mid 70 mile an hour second serve, it is so much slower than everybody else, and it's short in the box, and it ends up getting high, and they try to attack it at the normal spot, about a foot inside the baseline. And it makes it an uncomfortable height with no pace to work with. And we've seen players, Rublev was missing that return when he tried to attack it, and we saw a couple in the tiebreak from Alcaraz. But then if you do come in closer, he juices up the second serve, gets you at the body. So he's done a really good job of sniffing out when to go bigger on the second serve and when to just roll in the slow one.
40 love.
See, this is a perfect example of a time in the past before this tournament where Tiafoe, after a first set where it took you 5 or 6 set points to get the set, you might have a little breather, a little letdown to start the second set. Tiafoe hasn't had one of those this whole
second
tournament.
set.
Didn't have it again just now.
That's perfect. Let's go. Right, yeah, fine.
Oh, come on. Let's go, man.
Some injury problems earlier in the season, didn't he? Didn't actually play from Australian Open all the way through to Indian Wells. A 6-week absence from competition. Nursing an elbow problem.
Love 15.
Seen that point a few times over this last fortnight.
15-all.
Yes, we've seen the return come in, drop volley. Alcaraz got there comfortably. You knew when he was running in the angle he was taking, tweener was coming. The problem is tweener, if you try to hit it hard, you're never going to win the point. The only chance, occasionally, you can get a tweener lob, because guys tend to close.
Ability to lean on the backhand, really serving him well.
Yeah, that was a nice forehand return that got him the edge in the point, and here's where he pulled a little Alcaraz. He didn't let Alcaraz breathe. He didn't give him time to get back.
9 of 13 when he has come in tonight.
Left for service.
This could be a serve and volley.
Vamos.
Brother bottom right. Big bro. With him this summer, he's been in all the North American events. He's actually a big family, one of 4 children. He's got a younger brother who plays a lot of tennis as well.
Oh.
So well with the volley. That was dripping so quickly on him here, and Alcaraz's recovery, you know, is second to none. The feel was brilliant.
The drop shot was good enough. Tiafoe got there comfortably, but it just felt as though Alcaraz had almost every option covered. So Tiafoe tried the spectacular underspin heavy take a bit of a swing and let it die. Couldn't quite control it.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
Between two men who move perhaps better than anybody else. Breathtaking.
New ball squeeze.
Well, this is a fun watch, isn't it? We thought it might be. Tiafoe at the end of that last rally, just affording himself a smile.
Yeah, both players were smiling.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Take a seat quickly, please.
They're kind of amazing themselves. It's been amazing so far the way Tiafoe's played in tie breaks, and there's a reason. His first serve, 11 miles an hour faster in the tie breaks. Forehand goes up by 5 miles an hour in the tie breaks. He gets ultra aggressive, and it's worked to the tune of 7-0 in tie breaks.
And the one thing they always say about the best is it follows that suit, doesn't it? The best go after it. Also emphasises, Jimmy, at times how much within the limits some of these guys play, isn't it? That's what he's got. He's got that in his locker to play at that level, and yet, do you know what I mean? That
he holds it a little bit. Yeah,
there are more levels for these guys sometimes.
If it's 30. Uh-oh, this is one of the first times Tiafoe's been sort of made an error or two and not gone to a towel in the tournament. He went ahead and grabbed the balls and getting ready to serve. I don't like it. Should have gone to the towel. We'll see if he gets away with it. Now he's going to the towel. He kind of stole that point. That was a great return from Alcaraz, and Tiafoe hit almost the only shot he could. It just cleared the net by so little.
Yeah, he made it about as difficult as he could, didn't he?
Impossible, to do any better than he did off that shot.
This man will be disappointed. It's actually only the 4th point he's lost at the net tonight in 21. Stayed composed.
40-30.
A lot of safety built into the smash. There was some heavy spin on that one. Some rather impressive feel.
That was actually a massive hole because he'd had his break chances the game before. There was some brilliant shot making where he didn't convert, got down love 30 himself, and then was able to. These two do a lot of things similarly, don't they?
Yeah.
Touch, power, speed, get to the net.
Love. Love. Love.
Panic on the pass.
Approach was just slightly mishit, and it sat up well enough for Alcaraz.
Game, Alcaraz.
Another fizzing forehand from the 19-year-old.
Alcaraz leads by 3
up
games
3-2, trading by a set.
First set, Tiafoe. Love.
Seemingly in a much better rhythm on the first in this set.
Tina Navratilova.
15-0.
Toe.
Thirty, 15.
We haven't seen that type of rally, that pattern, that often where it's forehand to forehand. I think that would, coming into the match, I thought that would favor Alcaraz. Backhand to backhand would favor Tiafoe. But these two kind of don't just hit the ball cross court. There's a changing of direction usually fairly early within the point.
Actually coming into this match both at 50-50 off the forehand. 50% cross, 50% line.
Wow.
Does missed on the back end. There's not a lot of spin to it. And that one has just flown on him. Just come underneath it a touch.
3 errors in this game for Tiafoe. He hasn't played a game like this in the match yet. It's led to an Alcaraz break opportunity.
That was his biggest serve of the evening.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
Somehow, Alcaraz keeping himself in the point.
I mean, again, he stops on a dime and has the afterburners, gets that ball back. Francis decided the safest play is right at the body, but it went right at the head.
Yeah.
Needed a chest.
Dig. And
it's Alcaraz.
And the first break of the second semi-final is the Spaniards.
Alcaraz leads by 4 games to 2. Second set.
By the way, the last 2 points of that game show you why Alcaraz has been breaking serve more than any, because those were 2 excellent serves. And Alcaraz didn't just get them back, but he got them back under balance with some depth. And you're not expecting that. When you hit a great first serve, you're expecting a short ball, and it's a little off-putting.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
To not have an edge in the rally when you've hit a very good first serve.
So swing of the pendulum, perhaps, in favour of the 19-year-old.
15 love.
First time in the tournament where Tiafoe's had just the tiniest little drop in energy and level.
Smaller in the background, of course, who's the agent of Francis Tiafoe, long-time agent of Serena Williams.
Thank you.
Tighter to the line, could he?
No. 2 excellent backhand returns. the last 2 points, and from 30 love and all kinds of momentum, all of a sudden it's 30 all, and 2 good backhand returns in a row. Well, Alcaraz say, wait a minute, I better serve to the forehand here, and if he does, is Francis waiting for the forehand to get aggressive? We'll see.
Loves that body serve, doesn't he?
Out of nowhere, momentum swing, seemingly. Alcaraz looked as though there's no chance he's not going to finish off this second set just 3 points ago, but all of a sudden, a couple good returns, a bad drop shot, and it's a break chance for Tiafoe to get right back on serve. Funny how that combination where you go run a player to the forehand, they mostly, if it's a pressing shot, will go cross court. If you leave that short at all to Alcaraz, he steps in, hits it 100 miles an hour down the line and comes in.
Without a shred of doubt either. It seems in his own mind.
Alcaraz.
It's just instinctive, as it has been. Ferrero talked about that. He said it's very unlike a Spanish player in his early days. He just loved that play. Wanted to be at the net as a kid. He was so comfortable doing that. And has translated well. Sizable miss off the lob. Usually a shot is reliable for him.
You know, it's funny, is I think both of these players shock each other sometimes with the movement. So the drop shot was hit. It was a pretty good drop shot, and Tiafoe had a little slip before he got going. So I think for a second, Alcaraz turned off the brain as if it's going to be good enough.
That very carefully.
Advances Alcaraz.
Consolidates the break. There was a fair bit of work involved in it, but the Spaniard is a game away from low.
Alcaraz leads by 5 games to 2, second set.
The industry that is required to get the W that night.
La 15.
firmly in his
Love,
favour.
13.
Just get the sense he's able to play with a bit more freedom right now. Set. He's slipping away from the American. Nice job there of cutting the sideline, didn't he? I mean, laterally, these guys are almost impossible to penetrate. Just a little shorter angle.
Yeah, it's interesting because it feels as though players are too good. Players are starting to have to finish points at the net, or, as you said, cutting the angle,
15-14.
Creating an opening, because just bashing the ball straight ahead with pace does nothing.
Case in point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Alcaraz just covers the court. Most incredible fashion. 2 set points.
Bruce.
Well, it took Tiafoe a few set points to secure the first set. Really get out of this game and apply a little pressure to Alcaraz's service game if he does.
Advantage. Tiafoe.
Very low ball toss, isn't he, Francis? It's very quick motion.
He does. He also has a little move with his tossing arm that has a little anti-erotic to it, and that he brings it back almost over his forehead. Roddick used to bring it across the front of his body.
Game, Tiafoe.
Survives for now.
Alcaraz is by 5 games to 3. Second set.
The 3 seed. Get the chance to serve it out.
Tiafoe's only lost 1 set in the tournament. It was to Rafa Nadal.
Thank you.
Diego Schwartzman had a 5-2 double break lead and didn't secure the first set, I believe, in that match.
You're right,
yeah. 15, love.
A couple of drop volleys have been missed by Alcaraz. He was there comfortably. But again, both players have moved so well that perhaps they're starting to feel as though I just got to make that shot this much better, that much lower, that much shorter.
He smothered the second serve return, didn't he? And he suffocated his opponent for time. Couldn't have taken the serve much earlier.
No, and it was flat and had some pace, and he was hard charging. It was a combination. It was too much for Alcaraz to handle, and it is a little pressure on Alcaraz's serve.
There was a crush and rush approach, wasn't it, from Francis Tiafoe? Get out of the way of the serve, could he? Therefore, the reply was just a little shy of quality.
And that's the part that's so frustrating. If you just leave it, that wasn't horrible, that return, but you don't have another look at the next shot with Alcaraz, especially when he's got the forehand lined up.
Like an arrow to its target.
How did he do that?
30-40.
Felt as though the ball was behind him. Just able to put it on a dime with that little flick.
The benefits of the shorter swing, isn't it, Jimmy? In a situation like that.
Yes.
A well-played point, but that forehand down the line, Tiafoe just wasn't expecting it off of a pretty good backhand down the line.
And if he was expecting it, he was surely expecting it back cross court.
That's, yeah, he was expecting cross court, so when it came down the line, he was all befuddled.
Advantage Alcaraz.
Alcaraz answers in some style by taking the second and levels things up here. It's a centerpiece.
Oh!
Love 15.
So very little in the way of negativity, Tiafoe, but a little shake of the head. Maybe a slight cause of concern.
Well, and also the fact that the crowd, right now, it's a little dangerous moment for Tiafoe. There's some momentum with Alcaraz. The crowd's a little dead. It's the start of another set. He's got to bring the energy back and bring it back in the building as well.
Tennis-wise, does he need to change anything, Jimmy? Or did he just not execute quite?
He just started making a couple of unforced errors at the wrong time, and then in one game in particular on his serve, and this first game of the third set is starting out that way as well. Love 30. This, again, important moment for Tiafoe to try to get some momentum back.
Love, 40.
You could kind of feel it. Just that little bit of a lull again. That throughout Tiafoe's career, that's been something he's battled. He's been so good in this tournament to this point.
To make a first serve in the game either. Could do with one right now. Perhaps the poorest game he's played all match.
First game, 30.
The only good news, I guess, for Tiafoe is it's come right at the start of the set.
The bad news is he hasn't broken serve yet in the match. He has had 4 break chances in a couple of different games. They didn't all come in one return game, so he's had some pressure on Alcaraz's serve.
Love. Love.
He's not really reappeared from the bathroom break, has he?
No, he hasn't. That was sort of a nothing serve, 115 miles an hour right in the slot to his favorite side, the more sturdy side for returns on the backhand.
Oh!
Wasn't he? He was moving backwards. And that actually opened up some space for the pass.
He didn't just move backwards, but he actually turned his hips already. Once you turn your hips, you're not going to be able to get him back square.
Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads by 2
quite
games
the start of the second. Polar opposites in terms of body language. This man looks flat at the moment.
He looks flat. It's amazing how all the energy just sort of drained out after that second set, and he's got to get it back in a hurry. Plenty of time, as you said, to get it back.
Thank you. Love.
So much
15
height over the net here, so much safety built into it.
With pace, that's the thing. That's why I've been saying that he's to do some similar things as far as taking balls early, taking time away, getting into the net, throwing some drop shots. Between the two is Tiafoe has more on the serve, so he can get more free points with his serve. But Alcaraz has more safety built into his big ground strokes with that little extra height spin. Tiafoe's backhand is skimming the net. That time the net grabbed it.
Again, right now, the longer the rally, the more very much it's favoring Alcaraz.
Oh. 15-40.
So look on the face of the South African. Looking a little glum.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Slipping away quickly from Francis Tiafoe. 12 of the first 13 points of this set have been won by the 19-year-old.
By 3 games to love, 30. 1 settle.
Great attitude.
Casper Ruud
Thank you,
right
ladies
now
and
is
gentlemen.
kind of #1 in the world for a second.
Yeah.
Not officially, obviously, but he's got to be cheering for Tiafoe right now.
15 love.
Like if,
well, it's remarkable when you look at this. 13-0, and the rally's over 9. Very rarely you see a disparity like that.
Yeah, it's hard to almost explain how that number can happen other than what we've been saying. The safety of Alcaraz's shot, because it has that little extra spin. As the rally count goes up, it's more likely that lower percentage guy is going to lose the point.
15-0.
Tiafoe does handle pace pretty well, especially with the backhand. Again, that's just no backswing, little flick of the wrist. Positive emotion from Tiafoe.
And he knows the importance of staying on top here right now. He's got his man wounded.
Yeah, Alcaraz has a little Nadal in him from that standpoint, isn't he? He just doesn't want to give any ray of hope to Tiafoe. So 2 breaks up, he's got to be feeling pretty good, but
merciless, isn't it?
Yeah,
almost.
15-30 down. I want to make sure I keep him feeling no hope.
Game Alcaraz.
Even that ball might have taken a little toll on Tiafoe because that return serve was amazing. He stepped in and hit a cross-court laser angle. And Alcaraz able to keep his balance and keep that ball low.
Thank you. Love.
Mine does go back to what Nick Kyrgios actually said after Wimbledon, how exhausting 2 weeks at a major can be, mentally draining. Of course, Nick hasn't done it too often, but nor has Francis. I guess you could argue nor is a Spaniard, but it was interesting to Nick talk about the challenges of this is where he needs the crowd, isn't it, Jimmy?
Yes, although, look, if see Stan Smith and Larry Fitzgerald, NFL. Jovi as well, John Bon Jovi sitting in front. He's been here from first ball to last.
Nice.
Bringing the crowd back, they want to be back, obviously. They want this match to get back to the level that we saw the first 2 sets. As the first 4 games of this set were over in a blink of an eye. Having said that, this is what I'm about to say is maybe only I would do something like this, but 4-love down, I would accept that I'm losing, and I would actually probably spend the next 2 games hitting drop shots, and I'll make you run, I'm not running.
Yep.
And then try to really turn it on to start the 4th, except that the 3rd's over.
Legs weren't there on that one, were they? But again, the return had a real purpose. As you say, just relentless pursuit of every single point, isn't there, from Alcaraz? Won't be able to secure that one though, as Tiafoe delivers a pacey serve. He's on the board in the 3rd.
Alcaraz leads by 4 games to 1.
Alcaraz with a healthy lead in this 3rd set.
See Tiafoe taking a look at his player box after that combination of backhand rocket return early, next backhand off the sideline, and he still had to hit a low volley, which he just missed. Again, those kind of points are taking a little bit of a toll on Tiafoe. Feeling the pressure of having to hit almost a perfect shot to get it past Alcaraz.
30 love.
Let's talk of Rafa. It's well really worth mentioning that Casper Ruud, of course, also trains at Nadal's academy in Mallorca, so his legacy, he may not be here, but his impact is being felt.
Oh!
It's interesting, the level for Tiafoe definitely dropped. But is it because of Alcaraz? Sort of just relentlessly pressuring Tiafoe? Is that what caused the drop? Or did Tiafoe have a little drop in concentration? Hard to tell. He did start this set flat.
Oh!
Hasn't really regained it, has he?
He's tried.
It's not easy.
Game Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads by 5 games to 1. Third set.
I've got to be honest, when you looked at what Alcaraz has been through over the last few days, with a 2:30 AM finish, a 3:15 AM finish, 10 sets of tennis, there's no ill effects, are there? Seemingly.
Well, and actually he's just getting warmed up. He's got, it's only 10 o'clock, or just about 10 o'clock. He's got another 4 or 5 hours in him.
His body clock is a little out of kilter.
Love.
Oh!
There's not much sting on the ball, is there, from Tiafoe either?
No. But again, is it accepting that this set's over? And let's remember when we showed you how he was hitting the ball bigger in the tie breaks and the big moments. This doesn't happen to be a big moment right now, serving at 1-5.
But
he's got to bring a ton of energy. The crowd's trying to help him here. He's got to bring a ton of energy to the beginning of the next set.
Simply relentless.
15.
He's pouring it on. With his man on the ropes right now.
Another one of those long rallies, and as that rally went on, it was Tiafoe getting pushed further and further back. Alcaraz had more and more control just in the center, hitting forehands. Quietly, Tiafoe's serving right around 30% first serve percentage in the set, and he's not winning any second serve points. So.
Accepted his fate there, hadn't he? But thankfully for the American, it drifted long. Carlos Alcaraz is one set away from his major final.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Take your seats, please. Fourth set. Alcaraz to serve.
Crucial early stages, you sense, of this fourth set.
Thank you.
France's Tiafoe needs to make something happen, and quickly.
Love.
Never been one teenager in the Open era and made the final of the US Open. That was Pete Sampras.
He won it that year.
He did. 1990 as a 19-year-old.
It's a very important first couple of minutes
15-all.
for Tiafoe.
Let's fire it up. Let's fire it up.
For Aaron, the man yelling "fired up" is Jody Arcanada. Played tennis at Texas A&M University. Does travel with Tiafoe virtually to every tournament. Wayne doesn't go to every tournament.
Those two have forged. We need to see those pictures in Miami this year when, of course, Juan Carlos lost his father. Flew back for the final just a few days after losing his father. Wonderful scenes they were. There's a brotherly love between the two. Speaks to the mutual respect.
Amazing as this match has gone on. It's just a little more power, a little more touch, a little more speed, and it's Alcaraz. It's just so slowly getting a complete stranglehold on this.
There's a weird looking return of serve.
First game, fourth set.
Without harbouring the point, this next game feels like it's all or nothing.
Yeah, it is. And if Tiafoe can play a great game and the crowd gets excited and he hits a shot and there's a little adrenaline shot to Tiafoe, then maybe he can make one last push.
Manhattan in the distance. It's up under the night sky. Last American hope.
Love 15.
Just giving him nothing, is he? Not only is he everything's so tight, just the one unforced error in that third set.
Yeah, this stat 30 of the last 40 points. I mean, it's last 40 minutes or so. It's one-way traffic.
15-0.
You know, the other thing that's a little bit different between these two is that first forehand that Tiafoe hit. And he saw Alcaraz was running and was going to chip it. Alcaraz would have been at the net. He would have seen that and sprinted in. It's only a small thing Tiafoe got in on the next shot, but it's part of what makes Alcaraz so suffocating with the way he plays.
Let's go! What a big second deal.
40-15.
Another example of what is eventually getting to Tiafoe. He played a point that he wins against everybody else in the world, the way he played that point. He had an approach off the baseline and then did a great job knifing the volley short. And the next thing you know, he's running back trying to cover a lob, and he's in trouble.
Left standing.
Do you think Tiafoe had to take a look at this again? This was a very good play. Did he have to take that move to the forehand, or could he have?
He guessed.
Stayed as great. Yeah. Did he need to guess?
Probably
is the
not.
Question. I mean, and I don't think he did. Not from that position.
But I think it speaks to where his mind may be at, Jimmy, as you say. This guy's just everywhere.
And if you see after that point, Tiafoe sort of threw the ball in disgust back to the back fence. Not in anger, but in what do I have to do? And that's what probably caused that forehand error. He felt the need to hit it on the line.
There is just no shortcut, is there? Whichever way you look at it against Alcaraz at the moment. This could be a definitive break.
Game Alcaraz.
The moment the ball was at the feet of the American, you knew the Spaniard was a favourite.
Yeah, you didn't know what shot Tiafoe could put up from there. He did reasonably well, but Alcaraz was on it in a flash. Could have volleyed it almost. He's so quick.
Coming in against Alcaraz, I mean, where do you go? I mean, his defensive skills are...
Well, but so are his offensive skills. I mean, there's a reason why he's seemingly on the way to the finals of the US Open, and would be the favorite in that final against Ruud.
Yep. Would, of course, be a repeat of the final in Miami in the spring.
That's actually the return, one of the returns you have to use against Alcaraz, because when he hits a kick, he's always falling to his left, wanting to hit a forehand off the next ball. So if you can sort of redirect that to the forehand corner, that's a place where you can hit a couple winners.
Too telegraphed. The American jumps on top of it. Same side of the court, he was there, he was waiting.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Some more. They want their man to respond here.
Even when he's just slightly off, that was not quite hitting the center of the racket, that forehand. Still seems to be finding lines today.
Please.
There's that look on Tiafoe's face, almost saying, what do I do? He's trying different things. Maybe the slice. He hasn't tried much slice. Not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying maybe try to keep the ball so low that Alcaraz has the need to lift it.
Oh.
Skill, isn't it? That forehand under pressure, just to change the grip there, just to keep it low, he kept it deep, he neutralized the situation.
And also, he hits that shot, and then in one step, one powerful move, he's kind of in the center again.
Yep.
So your eye doesn't see an opening. Normally when you have someone running and slicing, you have an opening. He shuts that opening closed so quickly. Sense if Alcaraz had made that forehand pass, Tiafoe would have just put his racket down and said, too good, you win. Obviously, he wouldn't have, but
we know what you mean. Yet to break the Spaniards' serve this evening, remember. 2 hours and 39 minutes into this one.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
Foul.
The last stand, seemingly, for Tiafoe, hanging in there in this game.
Trainer Adams watching on.
Advantage, Tiafoe.
Wonder return.
Thank you.
Good time to decide to change your shoes when Tiafoe finally grabbed a little momentum. The crowd got back into it. The energy inside Arthur Ashe
Time
has finally been lifted since Alcaraz really slowly squeezed out the energy in that end of the second set, third set.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Say it quickly, please.
Continue to work it. Essentially does. Serving 1-2 in the fourth.
Love 15.
Again, you look at the unforced error count in this set. It's been 20 minutes this set. Alcaraz has yet to hit an unforced error.
And he hit one in the 33-minute third set. So Tiafoe's got to serve bombs, not 109. Tiafoe had the same thought as me. He hit a 109-mile-an-hour serve, so he hit a 132-mile-an-hour serve and was immediately behind in the point. And then got a little bit of an edge, but left some open space. And of course, Alcaraz found it.
Thank you.
Great maturity again from the Spaniard in this situation.
136, he's bringing out the tie-break serve here.
15-13.
That's his average speed of serve in the tie-break throughout the tournament. He's got to play tie-break tennis the rest of the way.
Oh.
That was speed that caused that bomb. Comes in, he knows he can't just dump it into the open court. He's actually got to hit it a little bit.
15-14.
And points one has been dropping set by set. 18 of 36 now. He's been stuck time after time. Chances.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
For another break.
Just what that was. That was an unforced error. Francis must have gone, wow, that's what that feels. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Let's see if that frees him up a little bit on this serve. Because it's almost a monumental effort right now just to win games.
And maybe one of the very few occasions we've seen Alcaraz actually not get anywhere near a ball here. I mean,
well, he slipped, so
back behind may not be a bad option.
It's the right option. That's how he got the break of serve as well. Tiafoe going behind Alcaraz. Tiafoe's touch at the net has been brilliant. He's made those drop
Advantage, Alcaraz.
Got to believe it's just early in the match he was making those drop volleys, but it's just the speed has intimidated.
Again, you've got to love the return here, Jimmy, haven't you? This little chip return here, I mean, I don't know when he neutralised the serve. Yes, he's still got work to do, but gives himself a chance.
Oh!
To Alcaraz. Given the circumstances and the noise he came out to at 2-1, he has simply blocked it all out and got on with the job at hand. Do head to usopen.org. You can get your point-by-point scoring there. Highlights are available. Stats as well, real-time stats if you want to look at what's going on here today. Draws. It's the official tournament site, and it's a good one.
Love 15.
Saw Ferrero somewhat intense after that break of serve. He wants Alcaraz now to not have any slight letdown, any thought of anything at this point, this game. Keep his foot down throughout the rest of this match, and he'll be done in 15 or 20 minutes if he can do that.
15-all.
Still a flicker of hope.
15-30.
Good disguise there, but still Alcaraz makes the get, but he can't turn around. Again, you got to go behind him.
Thank you.
So is the roar.
White, Briggs, white.
15-40.
Look where Tiafoe played this point from. He decided, I'm going all in. I'm just full aggression inside the baseline and going for shots.
Yeah, that was the pedal down at full throttle, wasn't it?
Thank you.
Third set, 4 breaks in 5 games at the start of the 4th. But it is definitely engage them again. They're doing their bit. He's doing his part to make this a contest.
Disheartening part for Tiafoe is he's served well in this set. 63%.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Quiet,
only won
please.
40% of those first serve points. This is a guy who's serving in the 130s. Alcaraz is not just getting the return back, but getting it back with some depth.
Oh.
Love 15.
It would just be so good for Tiafoe if he could just get a lead on one of his service games, but it seems as though he loses the first point every service game for the last couple of sets.
15.
To that one.
13-15.
So few unreturned serves this evening. Obama's not given up hope. He's giving them some. Some light at the end of the tunnel, perhaps. Tremendous effort. He looks down and out, didn't he?
He He did. It's a combination of some great shot making, brought the crowd to life. He's got his own set of skills. He's also got 20,000 people making a lot of noise for him, so he's getting some help. And against this kid, you need it.
3 hours on the dot. These two have been at it.
Fair to love.
Tiafoe is hitting some returns that are really causing some problems for Alcaraz. Off some first serves, and he's turning that return around quickly.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
For Alcaraz, you might want to go body a little more often just to make sure you get in the rally.
484 miles an hour.
Was remarkably calm because that was a fairly high defensive lob with the crowd sort of murmuring, a little bit of pressure.
Thank you. Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads by 4 games to 3, fourth set.
Arrests the decline.
And by 2 sets to 1.
Short spell, but it was an important game. Set 3 may have been a little disappointing, but set 4 has been anything but. Tiafoe still trailing.
Please, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
A bit of width to the drop shot, wasn't there, as well?
It's just funny when you see a shot like that and Tiafoe won the point and you think, okay, good job for Tiafoe, but Alcaraz getting to that isn't helpful for Tiafoe because it just sort of makes him realize just how great the shot has to be for it not to come back.
The number of unreturned serves has dropped set by set for Francis.
Left. First service.
It's amazing, even though Alcaraz isn't that tall, he does have amazing range, even on returns.
Oh!
love. Let for service.
Oh.
Juiced his forehand up 4 miles an hour faster than any other time during the match. Just to give you an idea, he's redlining it, and he's so far coming up with shots. Normally it would worry you when you get to the pressure times. Can you keep redlining it and continue to make those shots? But we're at the pressure moments now. We'll see.
Please. The players are ready. Thank you. Fifteen love.
Did you see that?
15-0.
Brilliant point again. Here's that little short dink. Just comes in. And he did seemingly step on the net with his... maybe not. I don't know.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the second bounce had probably just occurred.
Probably just happened.
Yeah. Couldn't have been much closer, though.
Valiente ahí, valiente. Vamos ahí, vamos.
Yeah, Juan Carlos Ferreira yelling because he knows if Alcaraz holds serve here, it would be an awfully daunting feeling. Tiafoe coming out trying to serve to stay in this match the way Alcaraz has played.
Which was made of his use of the drop shot earlier in the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the problem was there. It was a good example. Tiafoe got there comfortably, but you get there and you're not sure where you can hit it, where Alcaraz isn't going to be.
Yeah.
5-4 Alcaraz leads by 5-4
in this fourth set.
And by 2 sets to 1.
pressure firmly on the shoulders right now of this man.
Love 15.
Look as if to say, how did you miss it? If only it was that simple.
This was always going to be a daunting task to hang in this match, this game. Tiafoe, you get the sense, he's going to have to come up with something special. Excellent start.
15-13. Thank you.
Oh.
Kind of interesting. I mean, this is the one part of the game where Alcaraz, he's always so aggressive, but he's winning the rallies. So take a step back, start the rally with a good return of serve.
Catches a piece. That's how he started the match, isn't it? Francis Tiafoe has given so much to this event. He was on the brink of defeat.
Thank you. Please, ladies and gentlemen.
Special.
How did he stay alive in this point? The whole point, he was under duress. The left cord, drop shot, he got a decent jump, but this was that shot he tried on break point a long, long time ago. That swinging, very hard to read. And I love the reaction from Tiafoe afterwards. That was a brave point to hang in there.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Sending the crowd to a frenzy.
advantage.
Good serve out
Tiafoe.
wide. And Tiafoe did a great job holding that back in for a minute. Let Alcaraz take off.
And he got so much width to the serve, Jimmy, didn't he?
Did.
Was moving away at a rate. He's not done just yet. And boy, do they love it. Apologies for the language.
Five games all, fourth set. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The players are ready. Thank you.
Let's not forget, this man, of course, saved a
Please.
match point of his own in the previous round. He's now got to reset.
Please.
Great play from Tiafoe to apply the pressure. Didn't get all of the overhead, and any shot you don't get all of against Alcaraz, even overheads, you're going to pay a price. You're forgetting sort of, because of the brilliance of Alcaraz, you're forgetting that he's never been to a final of a major. He just had a match point. He didn't convert. That should make this service game somewhat difficult.
Yep.
This should change the momentum. You've got 20-some thousand people screaming for your opponent, and just methodically, calmly continuing to play his game.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Just long, wasn't it?
40 love. Alcaraz.
Hold from Alcaraz. The first point was probably a big one, wasn't it, in the picture of that game? He's up 6-5.
Alcaraz leads by 6 games to 5.
We'll get ready for the fourth set tiebreak in the fifth set.
Let's go, bro.
Good optimism.
Dig, dig.
Let's go, big man, one at a time.
Serving for a second time to stay in it.
Love.
Spots well. Have laid on that serve, hasn't he? Goodness me.
30 love.
To 12 aces for the match.
Just a piece of the center line and tailing away. Even Alcaraz couldn't track that one down. Another great serve, but
15.
Alcaraz has amazing, even though he's not tall, incredible range. It's way outside the doubles line and still able to control that forehand return beautifully down the line.
Let. Presence.
Oh!
A point away from his 8th tie-break in the tournament. Tiafoe, he's 7-0. That ties Sampras for the best record in tie-breaks at a US Open. If he can win one of these next 2 points, he's going to have to be 8-0. And this match will be over.
The slogan that the USTA put up this year for the US Open was spectacular awaits. They weren't wrong, Jimmy, were they?
Well, spectacular kind of already happened at different times, but yes, it awaits in this tiebreak.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The players are ready. Thank you.
Can he keep his unblemished record going?
Please.
Just would not be denied.
No, he wouldn't, but you know what? A lob was there for Tiafoe. He just didn't recognize. He made a lucky return, another stab. Alcaraz just kept punching away. And then this was, yeah, look where Alcaraz is standing. Just a little dink lob.
There was a lot of room there, wasn't there?
There was.
Oh!
Second serve return error.
You're winning the rallies. That's the second time on a big point. Alcaraz tried to get aggressive with a second serve return and missed.
Please.
Tiafoe. Lovely angle, the power angle. Splitting the court. And opening some space.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Just rubbed a bit of salt into the wounds with that second cheer, and I've just seen it come up on the big screen.
Thank you. Tiafoe.
Forget Alcaraz in his previous 2 rounds has had to go 5 sets on both occasions.
Please.
Second serves. That one was actually one that was hit with a little more pace and a little bit more at the body, but that extra pace actually probably helped Alcaraz. It helped him time it better. Mini break is gone.
Tiafoe.
With 25,000 people rooting against you.
Yes.
4-all.
That is audacious. What a shot, given the circumstances.
Look at that disparity from tournament to today.
Alcaraz.
A man who seemingly doesn't have too many doubts. This is his father.
Oh.
5-all.
Alcaraz had him dead to rights there. That's the forehand he just loves. He lined it up just a little bit wide.
Ladies and gentlemen, please try to stay as quiet as possible during the point. Thank you.
I'm sure that's going to be possible.
6-5.
Tiafoe's got nuclear on the first serve.
Tiafoe.
In the borough of Queens, he has been the king of the tie breaks this week. Set point for the American.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Quiet please now, players are ready. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Final set. Tiafoe to serve. Take your seats, please. Thank you.
Once again, under the lights. We're going into overtime. Francis Tiafoe to begin the fifth.
Left, first service.
His record, for what it's worth, in 5 setters is rather disappointing. I don't know whether that's going to have any factor tonight, but he's 4-11 in 5-set matches in his career.
You're going to have to check this for me, but I'm pretty sure he had a horrid start to his 5-set career where he didn't win one for quite a long time, and it has improved of late.
You're right, lost his first 5.
Love 15.
The assurance he gets from his corner is just such a vital part of it. Constantly looking up to this man. Who may have a few more grey hairs after this week.
The shots you have to hit to finish a point. It was a great serve, 5 great forehands and overhead. And all that got you was 15 all.
Oh!
30-15.
Rip.
Don't think. Here we go. You got it. Come on.
Set the point up beautifully.
30 all.
But again, I think all tournament long, he would have been slightly safer with that approach. He would have felt fine hitting it a foot inside the sideline because he had such good court position and knows he'd be quick up at the net. Feel the need against Alcaraz to just make it that little bit better.
Brett, who's the strength and conditioning coach, just giving him something that's heading his way. Replenish the energy levels.
That second serve return is what I thought Alcaraz should have been doing in some of those big points. Rather than take the big risk, he's winning the rallies when they have rallies. So you back up, you hit a heavy return, and you start the rally which you've been winning.
Feature of this match is the breaks. When we have had breaks, they've actually come pretty early in sets, haven't they? Sets 2, 3, and 4.
Thank you.
Potential for one at the start of the fifth.
Oh!
This could doesn't like the bounce. He's saying it skidded a touch.
First game, final
There is
set.
a break to get this fifth set underway. Too many first serves in that game where they're either just one from Tiafoe.
A couple of unforced errors. I mean, one was the forehand approach attempt that missed by just a few millimeters. And the other is off a skiddy bounce. And right back, sort of being squeezed by Alcaraz. It's honestly impressive. Even making him go 5.
Thank you. Take your seats,
The
please.
pressure you're constantly under when you play.
Yeah. Time on that shot.
Love 15.
Cheat around the two-hander, but the ball was onto him a little sharper than he expected.
Such a good return wasted.
15-all.
Oh!
Take 15.
Him on from the start.
Oh!
Was not a bad idea from Tiafoe. He just didn't get quite enough width. As again, Alcaraz, after that second serve, he will fall a little bit to his left. But it was just one powerful stride, and he'd covered that ground. Coming in cross court always leaves a big lane down the line.
Let for service.
Alcaraz backs up the bike. Look what Jordy said.
By 2 games to love.
Felt like they were under control.
Final set.
Felt like I better finish now, this game. Let's keep this momentum going this time. 2-love. Another one of those must-win games. It seems as though Tiafoe's had quite a few of those in the last hour or so.
Approach.
15-love.
He leaned into that forehand, didn't he? And he's gotten himself a 15-shot rally win, which early in the match he was not winning any of the longer points.
It's unthinkable. 98 miles an hour, that forehand. Pace.
40-love.
It's good for both boxers. He's up and running in this fifth set. Down a break though, 2-1.
Alcaraz is by 2-1, final set.
2005, I guess he won 3 straight 5-setters at the end of his career. Takes some reserves of energy.
Love 15. Love 30.
It's amazing how he has fought through so many moments that he just, Tiafoe, to stay in this match, had to win. All of a sudden, a little bit of a letdown from Alcaraz. 6 points in a row.
That
15-30.
Not sure what happened there.
loud banging noise sort of unnerved Tiafoe slightly, seemingly. Turned around after missing that shot.
Yeah, it was his end of the court, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't get near the Alcaraz serve, really, could he? For a while in this match. It's only really the early stage of the fourth that he got his first break.
Please. Final set.
Just continues to fight back. Tiafoe all match. That was a combination, that game, of a couple of bad shots from Alcaraz and that one brilliant return. And even Alcaraz, who shows nothing but positivity, actually slumped his shoulders after getting broken again.
Head to usopen.org to keep up to date with everything. Download the app as well. You can follow all that's going on if you can take your eyes off this match.
Let for service.
Not easy to do.
Love 15.
Again, that's the way for me, if I'm Alcaraz, to play the second serve of Tiafoe. Stand back, hit a forehand off his kicker. If you're back, he just hits the kicker. Tiafoe's first serve percentage is 18% in this set.
Have you ever seen a lob as good as that?
Love 30.
Good instincts, comes in, hits the sensible volley. Probably needed to leave it short because once you put it deep, it gave Alcaraz an opportunity to do that.
Please.
That's the return. Tiafoe yelling, I got 5-1. He's not making serves.
Vamos! Vamos! Vamos!
Oh!
From elation to deflation. Emotions can change so quickly. The Spaniard is up above once again in the fifth.
Final set. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ready
one.
for play.
Things have swung back the Spaniards' way.
Foul.
15 love. Thank you.
That was just a little safer, Alcaraz point.
30 love.
Wasn't going nuclear with the forehand. He was just hitting it solidly deep with a little extra spin. I feel as though that style in this match is what will pay dividends for him in the end. These two have had these sort of runs throughout the last couple of sets. Now it's Alcaraz on an upswing. For a second, he missed it.
Tiafoe just didn't know where to go.
40 love. Thank you. Game Alcaraz.
This time he is able to build on the break. It's almost an hour since he had the match point.
Alcaraz leads by 4 games to 2. Final set.
Closing in. Once again.
Foul.
Second serve and hitting forehand returns is paying huge dividends for Alcaraz. Started that last couple of games, and it just makes it even more important for Tiafoe to make some first serves. That extension, that arm away from his body is amazing on the forehand.
Foul.
Amazing. Every time I think there's no way back now, surely
30-15.
something happens. It was a missed backhand return off a second serve at love 15. And then an absolutely crushed forehand line, and all of a sudden, you think, oh, wait, so you're saying there's a chance.
There is if he serves like that.
40-15.
Bit less energy in the crowd right now. That's something that's going to have to be remedied. The crowd even senses it. They're starting to get a little louder. The second serve and volley would have been the first time all match that I can remember him trying that play. And the frustration from not being able to get first serves is really causing some angst for Tiafoe.
Just under constant pressure behind the second, isn't he?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Advantage from Tiafoe.
He floated with the line. Thankfully for him, landed the right side of it. Just the one extra ball that the Spaniard's able to dig back into play. Just forcing this man to take on a fraction too much. Off-pace first serve
advantage
there. You see confusing Alcaraz, who just swung at it a little early. Now what's going on here? No time to be snapping. There's a place in the US Open final at stake here.
Thank you.
As the American is still standing in the fifth.
Alcaraz is by 4-3, final set. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
In a winning position.
The players are ready.
I mean, finish him off. Hasn't done so far.
Love.
Juan Carlos Ferreira, if I'm coaching Alcaraz here and you're allowed to coach, I'm saying nothing but serves to the forehand or body. No backhand kickers that Tiafoe can extend the arms and attack from that side.
Rotated a touch, didn't he?
30 love.
The purple shirt, of course, Albert Molina, who was the man who discovered Alcaraz as an 11-year-old. Saw him playing in the juniors, liked what he saw. Made some moves to get him some help. Wow, did that work out well?
Love. Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads by 5 games to 0. Final set.
So his brother and his dad have actually
seemed more relaxed
than
some of the other people in the player box. Michelle.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Till the end. This match deserves Alcaraz being forced to serve it out. Love 15. Tiafoe's got to find a way to hold. Let's see how Alcaraz handles that moment.
Thank you.
Just all the second serves over and over again. It's taken its toll. And Tiafoe now.
We're not done. Let's go.
Wayne saying we're not done. Let's go. And Tiafoe needs a couple first serves here. He probably will be done. There's Alcaraz's father. He's suddenly looking a little more nervous.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
A case of daylight lottery from Carlos Alcaraz.
A good line, because the only thing, you can't just assume it's going out at that point if you're Tiafoe.
And that
chase.
Just
an amazing shot.
Thank you. Quiet, please.
A little over an hour ago, there was a match point. We've got another few coming.
Please.
it on.
30-40.
This could get very interesting if Tiafoe gets out at this match point as well.
Only an inch or so away, wasn't it?
Thank you.
Alcaraz is into his first major final. He becomes just the second teenager in the Open era to reach the US Open final. He does so by winning a third consecutive five-setter in the Big Apple. Some play.